What's up, guys? My name is Grace.
My name is Esther.
And we are the
Wamagata.
So
Energy. Oh.
anyways, today we're gonna be giving you guys a very interesting, what she says, and we are back again with that very interesting video here. That's what they say? Here?
Bizu Yesu.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, back to what we were saying. So today we're back with another interesting video, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, but make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, share with your friends at the end of this. It's gonna be mad interesting. I got some little tea for you, you know. This is conmigo. Alalani ni joke. It's not a joke. It's serious.
Bado itabidi uko serious na life, Grace.
Uko determined. Uko na $2 mindset.
Oh God, I rebuke. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going into her today, but we're gonna just give you guys a backstory of Miracle Working God. So this song, we started writing it in
2018.
It was like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
I was still in high school. And the thing was, we had the tune, we had everything, but I think it just
we even
wasn't.
performed it in church once.
We even performed it in church once, but
Yeah.
I think it just wasn't God's timing for us to release it. But the story behind the song, if you guys didn't know, it was a true story. I did get in a car accident, and the car did die.
Yeah.
Or die. It was practically dead. Let's start with how it happened. So it was in the morning. I had said we were going to Kenya. Naturally, we had agreed we were going to Kenya, and the tickets weren't booked. But you know how you're like, oh guys, we're going to Kenya, so everybody raise money. And I was like, I'm trying to go to Kenya to turn up. Well, not really turn up.
Love Jesus, guys.
You know, I just wanted
Turn
to
up in Jesus.
turn up in Jesus.
Oh, yes, on your raha.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, like I need a little extra money.
Yeah.
So I was like, once I get off work, I used to work night shifts. So I was like, once I get off work, I'm just gonna go DoorDash, because I used to DoorDash a little bit here and there. And funny thing is, I used to always do it with my little brother because it was summer. So that actually it wasn't summer, but they weren't going to school because of COVID. So that specific day, I got up. Oh God, anyway, so I got off work and I called. I remember I rarely do that, but I called my dad and I was like, hey Dad, how you doing? He's like, I'm good. And I was like, oh Dad, guess what? Because he was always like, Grace, you need more money, you need to work, be hardworking, Dad's just pushing you to do better or get better. Yeah. He was like, I told him, Dad, I'm gonna go DoorDash. She's like, oh, I'm so proud of you, Mama, all that. Just my dad being my dad, he's super sweet. So he's like, I'm proud of you, Mama. I was like, yeah. And then so while I'm driving home, I'm like, should I pick up my little brother? Should I not? Like, it was practically like, y'all ever feel like it's like a war? You're like, should I go pick him? Should I not? Should I go pick him? Should I not? But it was like super early. It was like 6. So I was like, I'm not gonna go pick him because I don't want to wake him up. But he was always like, if you're going to DoorDash, call me so we can like do it together.
They used to split the profits.
We used to split the profits. Or actually, I used to put the money. Yeah, I used to give him the money so when we go to Kenya, I can have he can have money to use. So that specific day, I was like, I'm just not gonna call him because it was like 6 a.m. and it didn't seem right to wake him up. Plus, I think he had a little class do Zoom or whatever. So I was like, I don't feel like doing all that. So I was driving and I got to this place to Tempe and I was like, bro, I'm tired. At that time, it was like that time of the month and I was getting tired. Like my stomach was starting to feel uncomfortable. So I was like, I'm gonna just do this last ride and then I'll go home. So I go pick up this ride. I remember it was a coffee coffee order. I'm driving home. I'm like 2 minutes away from the destination. Like 2 minutes. Yani, pale unatokanga, like it's one intersect. You get in this intersection and you're like at the house. So I'm driving. So on that side, there's like construction, right? And then on this, and then I'm trying to turn this way. So there's two lanes, construction on one lane, and then the other lane is open. So in my head, I don't know if I thought because it's construction in this lane, this other lane has to be closed. I don't remember exactly what my thought process was, but I looked on this lane and I was like, and I promise you, I don't know if I cannot tell you if I looked at the other lane or if I didn't. I can't tell you if I knew the lane was there. I cannot tell you. I can't tell you. So when I go turn this way, I see a big white van just coming full speed. And right then and there, I just knew it's over. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm gone. Because it was a big, you know, like those kidnapper vans? That's what it was. It was a big van. That means I just turned to turn this way. So he's coming straight, like, just about to T-bone me, like, straight into my car. So imagine my little brother would have been there. He would have been on the passenger seat. He would have been right there. And God knows that would have been the end of him because I'll put the pictures, like, somewhere over here. But it rammed into the car, and now the car is flipped. So right when the car crashed, I think iPhone, I didn't even know that, but iPhones are like activated to once they hear a crash or something, or they feel a crash, they call 911. Yeah, so my phone, it was like, if this is a crash, we're calling 911, but if you don't want us to call 911, press 1 or 2 or something. They told me to press any button. And I didn't touch the phone because I couldn't find the phone, so I heard 911 ringing. They were like, hello, are you okay? Because it was on Bluetooth speaker. I never forget, I was listening to Henry Wawero. I was like, what to me? I got that.
Worship songs for his dad, right?
It was worship songs, and then I got a little, anyway, asubuhi kumetoka night.
Kasio nataka kupendana.
What to me, I got it, you know?
Atimi working hard. Boss lady.
I'm trying to be a boss lady. So the car crashed and very claustrophobic. So now I'm thinking I'm trapped. And the first thing I'm thinking is, Grace, find a way out. I took my seatbelt out, and these construction people, they came and they're like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to get out of here. Like, I just need to get out of here. And no, Mimi, I don't know, but the airbag didn't hit me. So the people kind of like poked through the white thing on the window. So they were like, can you get out here? Can you get yourself out of here? I was like, yeah, I can do that. So mind you, when the car hit me, Mimi, I just felt coffee. Just Mimi not coffee too. And when the car got hit, I was over here trying to hold on to like the walls to see coffee. And the coffee was all up on me. Me go to my coffee, mara uso, and I had like a little white tank top and some joggers. Over here trying to get out with like a whole bunch of coffee stains and like a whole bunch of glass on me. So I stepped on the steering wheel, and then I stepped on the neck of the passenger chair, and then I got on top of the car, and I jumped out.
So from my perspective, so that day, so I was yet to go back to school. I think it was,
yeah.
So I was going back to school in maybe like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So Mimi, so my mom used to wake up and pray 2-3 hours every day in the morning, and I would wake up with her every once in a while, or like all of us would every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I was at home. So my mom, as she's driving, all of a sudden she gets a vision, and she just sees herself in such a bad car crash. But as the crash was about to happen, she saw like an angel holding the car.
Yeah.
This is like 10 minutes and 10 minutes away from where my sister is.
Yeah.
And this is 10 minutes before the accident happens. Mind you, like aliamka like maybe kitu ka 3 kuomba.
Yeah.
So when this happened, my mom was so.
And when she was praying, I remember she was telling me like when she was praying, all she was doing was like assigning angels to us because she felt, I don't know, she felt like we just needed them, so she was just assigning angels in the morning, like just assigning angels to protect us.
The vision was so, like, it was so crippling and intense. She pulled over because she had been driving. She pulled over and she couldn't drive anymore. So she was literally about to call my dad to tell him to come pick her up.
Yeah.
Get you a man that can support you.
Yeah, because
he was crazy.
He was gonna do it.
You know?
Let me say how they ended up getting the call that I was in trouble or whatever you want to call it. So but mind you, I couldn't find my phone, right? So there was this black lady. Man, that lady was sent from God, because she came right when she saw the crash, she parked her car. I think she was going to work, but she don't know, mother situation, I guess, because she was an older lady. She parked her car, and she sat with me 30, maybe an hour. But she came and sat with me the whole time. So she's the one that asked me, she called 911 again, and then she asked me if there's anybody I could call. So she had changed her number. I knew her old number, but I didn't know her current number. So I was like, I can't call her. I don't know her number. First I called my mom. My mom didn't pick up because she was busy. And then I tried to call my dad. He didn't pick up because he was busy. I don't know my brother's. Oh, my brother wasn't picking up either because he was asleep. But I called my dad again, and he picked up. And he was like, I was like, Dad, the car, like, I got into a car accident, and the car is gone. At this point, I'm starting to tear up. I'm crying. I'm like, Dad, the car is gone. And he was like, don't worry about the car. The car's not important. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not hit. I just had a whole bunch of glass on me. But the 911 people came, and, like, they sprayed it all out. And so he was like, okay, if you can, try to call the others. I was like, I don't have my phone. This is somebody else's phone. I don't know if you realize that I did call him through the phone. So I was like, I don't have my phone. This is somebody else's phone. So he was like, okay. He was like, okay, I'm about to get there as soon as I can, but I'll call the others, so whoever can come before me will be there.
So my dad calls me. First of all, I think my dad's at this point on the 10th. He's not calm.
Yeah.
He calls me, he's like, Esther, Chris, I get that ko orera demo. Nani wa igwa accident chine.
Okay, I didn't.
Like, sister,
I didn't know the number.
Okay. Wait, what? I'm like,
first of all, Sam is the one that called.
First of all,
I didn't even know her
number. I'm like, Dad, what do you mean? I would just pause. Forget the yelling. What do you mean? Grace is in an accident.
That's fine.
And then he's like, yeah, Grace got into an accident. I'm like, is she okay? He's like, yeah, she's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this number. Just call this lady. She's going to send you the location. So he sent me the lady's number. I called her. I was like, hey, my name's Esther. I'm Grace's sister. I heard you got into an accident. Could you send me the location of where you are so that I can come there? So me, I go to wake up Sam. I'm like, hey, Sam, yo, what's up? I need you to get up because we need to go check up on Grace. She just got into an accident. Radhangu naye ni yuke. Okay. Freaking out. Okay, what's going on? Amegongwa kwa sawa. I'm like, no, kwa sawa, but we need to go. So our little brother, Joro, was in the house. Me, I didn't wake him up. I'm like, no, we need to go see how the situation looks like first. We don't need him to have like that kind of mental image. So we just need to go there and make sure everything is fine. If Grace is fine, tutakuja nyumbani na atamuona. Atutampatia story, but we don't need him to see that. So we go, right? The whole time, this car ride was so intense. We can get a new car, we can get anything new. Anything else is replaceable, but she's not. So me, I get there. What's it? So this car had been T-boned, rolled over, and ukiingia, like, so because we came from tulitoka hiyo pande, right? The car is here, tumetoka hii pande. Kuingia, so tunaona, the first thing tunaona ni polisi wamejaa hapo. Okay. And then the second thing that hits you, the view coming in, driving in, is the side of the car. Hiyo pande ya pande drive imelala hivi, and then as we drive unaona pande ya venye gari imegongwa. Me, my only question was, I hope to are alive. Like, I'm like, these people played us. They're lying to us. Grace is not alive. That was my thing. I was like, hakuna. In my mind, like, guys, there's no way. In a normal situation, there's no way ungegongwa hivyo na ukue sawa.
Like
Because
fully okay.
From what happened, it didn't roll over. I could chill to ask Grace. From the report of what they say, it rolled over and then ikasimama.
I don't even know.
It rolled over. Yes, like hali hii gari kwa megongwa, like it was total damage. So me, I'm just like, sasa me by then, like, say mentally, I've prepared for the worst. And then Jonathan, like, what will freak out me, like me, I usually, like, I just become quiet, like, intense situations. I'm just like, okay, we'll deal with it as it comes. So me, I go pull over and I go see her. I'm like, whew. And then I look at the driver's side. I'm like, I don't know how she made it. I don't care. I just thank God she's alive. Like at the situations like ukifikirianga uko like
I still
we don't know.
Because as up in the gari land, there was a road, there was like a kind of like a stop sign, and you know when there's a stop sign there's like a big rock.
Yeah.
So it's like it limits to like this much. Igonge. So my head would have been hit by that block of rock. So it was like just this much, and just like one more push, and it would have been a different story. Anyway, my dad was the first one at the scene. Mind you, at this point, the ambulance has checked me out. I couldn't do a police report. I was like, Mimi, just stop. I was like, they asked me my questions, and I was like, I don't want to give a description. I don't want to say anything. Just leave me alone, because I was like, I'm by myself. I can't deal with this. I cannot. And I was just like, just leave me alone. So at that point, my dad came, and when I saw my dad, it's like I saw heaven, because it's like you've been surrounded by people you don't know, and you're like, your mental state is like, and you just need somebody you know. So I saw my dad, and he came up to me, and the first thing we did was hug. And right when I hugged him, I told him, Dad, my knees feel weak. Next thing I know, me on the floor, being fun. My dad, Grace, oh my God, call your mama. That's right. So somebody goes
on her period, Grace, so she hadn't had anything to eat.
I haven't had anything to eat.
And then I think all the adrenaline, the shock.
Yeah, so I think when I saw my dad, it was like, oh, like, yo, chill out. Me like, chill out. I'm like, yo, stop, because there was this white police woman, and she was grabbing on me. I'm like, yo, chill out. What are you doing? They came back with the ambulance trying to talk to me. Me at this point, I'm annoyed, because I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, yo, I'm fine, I'm good. But my period was like, it was killing me. Like, I hadn't taken pain meds, so it was killing me. So this man is asking me questions. When's your birth date? I'm this February 27, 2001. I'm telling them I'm fine. It got to a point when my sister came. I'm like, yes, Esther. I'm like, Esther. Wow. At this point, I'm speaking in Swahili. I'm like, wow, bile ni period. Wambie ni period. Mimi niko sawa. Mimi sisikii uchungu. So then my sister's like, she's saying like she's just on her period. She's fine. And then the guy, it was a black guy. And I don't know if I like that comment or not, because I just said, my guy, he was like, wow, that's so tragic that you get in a car accident the same day you're on your period. Minko like, do you think this is the time? Mina Mangale like, do you think this is the right time to say such things? But yeah, so he was like, I'm sorry, but we still have to do like a procedure. I was like, okay, fine. So they did it. They let me go home. Yeah.
At this point, my mom is freaking out. Like, she's freaking out. So we're like, Mom, we've already left the place. Let's just meet back at home. So she comes. She stopped whatever she was doing. She came. So now Njoro gets to like, now Njoro didn't know what was happening. We didn't tell him. Now he comes like, what happened? What happened? We're like, oh, Grace got into an accident. And you guys didn't tell me.
You guys didn't take me?
You guys didn't take me? Like, what kind of people are you?
Okay. And then he came and he's trying to explain to me, Grace, I wanted to come. I didn't know. I'm like, it's okay.
Like, I didn't know.
Because I asked where he was, so I knew they didn't bring him
or like,
for a reason.
He's like, I didn't know. I'm like, babe, we were like,
it's okay.
Like me, I can handle it. I can handle whatever I see. But putting such an image in a child, and he was just like 14 or 12. He was 12, 13. 14? 14. He was 14. He was 14.
Well, he had
he was 14. Was 14.
Yeah, he hadn't turned 15.
Yeah, I was like, it's too much in a 14-year-old. Like, it's like, that's an image I can never get out of my head. But we came, and she recovered safely, thank God, and here we are.
I just had, for a couple weeks, I had to be dropped off because I still had that kind of scare of driving. But I'm good. I got a new car. I'm fine. I've seen that's like one of the days where, like, I'm like, man, God really looks out, because one wrong move, I would not have been there. I still don't know how I got it. I remember
I'm convinced that angel was real.
Has to be.
Psalms 91, I'm just going to 10:11. And it says, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Like, as you're going through the day, as you're doing whatever you're doing, it's important to ask God to just release his angels of protection over you, because there are things there are battles that are meant for angels to fight. Like, kuna zile vita unapigana, but kuna vita pia like ni malaika tu wanapigana, because like that's a really good scripture to pray over your kids, over your husband, over your children, or even over yourself.
Or when people don't pray for God to cover them, it gives the devil access to come and attack and throw whatever demons he wants and throw whatever sicknesses he wants. But the minute you give God control, the devil's plan cannot come to pass, because already you've given God control.
Like, God is in that situation.
Yeah.
Even if it might come to pass, God will protect you. God will sustain you.
Yeah. Because how would I have known God works miracles
if
it didn't happen? You get what I'm saying?
Au ingekuwa tu a scratch. Ingekuwa scratch ungesema tu like,
yeah, exactly.
You know.
But sometimes God does things just to show you, I'm looking over you. The only people that left what they were doing, and came to see how I was doing that same day, was my family. With no hesitation, they left work, they left their sleep. I remember that whole day, I don't even think people went to work, but they left whatever they were doing and came to see me. And nobody else did that for me. This is the most realist thing that you come to understand when you're older. Keep your family close.